بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
And today we are going to study chapter number 9, air around us. First of all, look at your science book. This is your science book. Open this book. Have to open page chapter number 9, which is on page number 53. Look at this page. This is page number 53, chapter number 9, air around us. Hold your hands near your nose, you will feel something. What you feel is the air that you breathe out. Air is all around us. It is essential for life. We cannot see or touch it, but we can feel it. It has no smell or taste. Water also has some amount of air in it. This explains how animals such as fish can live in water. Let us learn more about air by doing some simple activities. Now, I'm going to explain about air. We know very well what is air. If you put your finger near your nose and you breathe like this, you will feel something coming out. And what is that? Air. That is called air. We cannot see the air, we cannot smell the air, we can only feel it. Now the fact is, air is all around us. Air is everywhere. The proof is that we cannot breathe without air. If you are breathing right now, it means that air is all around you. Alright, now air contains water vapors. We are going to read about that, but before that we will have to read what is written in your science book, right? Look at page number 53. Air contains water vapors. I will explain what are water vapors. Let's read activity number 1 first. Dip a handkerchief in water. Spread it in the sunlight. The wet handkerchief dries after some time. Wet means it has water inside it. This is because the water in it changes into water vapors. The water inside the handkerchief is converting into water vapors and goes into the air. Thus, we can say that air contains water vapors. The process by which water changes into water vapors is called evaporation. Water from ponds, lakes and wells also goes into the air as water vapors. Now, look at the board. You will see the definition or the meaning of water vapors. What are water vapors? Water vapor means gaseous form of water. It means water in the form of gas. When you boil the water, you see when you boil the water, the steam is coming out of that water. When you put your hand on that steam, you will feel some water drops on your hand. Does it happen? It happens. So why? Actually that steam is the gaseous form of water and it contains water vapors. What are water vapors? Very small tiny particles of water, and actually it is the form of water which is present in gas. It is gaseous form of water. When water is present in the form of gas which contains very small particles of water that you cannot see with your eye, that is called water vapors. Now they are telling us in activity number 1 what is evaporation. First I will explain what is evaporation, because you don't know about that the process. It is a process and action by which water changes into water vapors. Now they are telling us the process by which water changes in the form of gas. It means in the form of water vapors, right, is called evaporation. Now I will give you one example which is given in your book in activity number 1. If I have a handkerchief in my hand, like here, if this is Like wet. I told you what is wet. Wet means it has water inside it. It is not dry, it is wet. I want to get it dry. What I will do? I will put it in the sunlight. What happens in the sunlight? Sunlight has heat. We know very well. It is hot, it is warm. It contains heat. So with the help of that heat, what happens? The water in the handkerchief will come out in the form of gas. It means in the form of very small particles which are called water vapors. Water vapors, I told you, is the gaseous form of water. You cannot see that process happening in the sunlight. If you dry your clothes, let's leave this handkerchief example. You wash the clothes, you get them dry. How you get them dry? With the help of sunlight. How they get dry? With the help of sunlight, because sunlight has heat, and with the help of that heat, the water in the clothes is coming out in the form of gas, the gas which you cannot see. I told you water vapors, very small particles in the form of gas that you cannot see, but it comes out in the form of gas on heat, and that process is called evaporation. So what is evaporation? Evaporation means the process by which water changes into water vapors is called evaporation. Now open your book. It's page number 54. Open the next page, page number 54. Look at your book. Look at this page number 54. This is activity number 2. Drop some ice cubes in a glass, clean its outer surface with a cloth and keep the glass on the table. Soon you will notice water droplets on the surface of the glass. This is because when the outside air touches the cold surface of the glass, water vapors present in the air change into water droplets. This change of water vapors into water on cooling is called condensation. Now look at the board. What is condensation? In activity number 2, they have explained with the help of one example, as they did in activity number 1, evaporation. First, I will explain the definition of condensation. Condensation is also a process, but in this process, the water vapors change into water. This is reverse of evaporation. In evaporation, what was going on? The water was converting into water vapors. The water was becoming gas. Now in condensation, what happens? That gas converts into water, but on cooling. In evaporation, it happens on heating, like with the help of sunlight or when you boil the water on heat. But in condensation, it happens with the help of cooling. Now as they have explained in your book, I will draw a picture and I will explain what is condensation and how it happens. Suppose we have a glass of water. I have a glass. I will put ice cubes in this glass. 1, 2, 3. These are ice cubes. Now I will clean it from outside. This is the outer surface of the glass. I will clean it completely. It's completely clean. There is nothing on it, no water, nothing. Only ice cubes are inside the glass. Now after some time, when you put it on the table in air, obviously I told you air is everywhere. It means if you are putting a glass of ice cubes on a table, it means there is also air. When you put it on a table, after some time you will see some water drops on the outer surface of the glass. Where does it come? Here are some water drops on the outer surface of the glass. So from where they come? I told you the process of condensation. Air contains water vapors, right? When the water is converting itself into gaseous form, it means that that mixes with the air. So sometimes that gaseous form of water, that very tiny or small particles of water exist in air. What happens when I put the ice cubes in the glass? Then the air is touching the surface of the glass. This is air. It touches everything. We are breathing with the help of air. It is also touching the surface of the glass, and the air drops the vapors in the air. It means the small particles in the air which is present in the air converts into drops of water. This is the gaseous form of air of water which is present in air. These are called water vapors. When the air is touching the glass, the vapors convert them into drops of water. They convert themselves into drops of water. This is how the gaseous form of water, the water vapors are converting themselves again into water, but with the help of cooling. Just because we had the ice cubes in the glass, you will get the water drops. If I put an empty glass, just for example, I put an empty glass, or there is just normal water, hot water or something in the glass is not cold anyway. So when the air is touching it, we know air is everywhere, it's touching everything. So there will not be the drops of water. Why? Because there is nothing cool here. Means condensation, the process of condensation, it occurs, it takes place on cooling. When we had ice cubes, it happened, we had the water outside from the air, it becomes the drops of water. When we had a normal glass here or empty glass, you will not get the drops of water because there is nothing cool here. One more example with that, when you purchase the juice boxes, if you purchase the cold box of juice, a pack of juice, you will see that there are drops of water outside that pack. Why? The same thing is happening in the air. There are water vapors, very little particles of water. They just touch the juice pack which is cold, and means just because it's cold, they convert themselves into real drops of water that you can see by your eye. But okay, purchase a juice pack which is not cold. When you purchase that one which is not cold, you will not observe any water drop on the outside of that pack. Why? Because I told you the process of condensation, the conversion of water vapors or gas into the water drops happens on cooling. Alright, I hope you understood what is condensation. They have given one example. I gave you more examples. Now you have to perform these activities at home, and means then you will get to know how it is happening, right? There is some exercise on page number 56. Open page number 56. This is page number 56. Look at this page. Fill in the blanks. These are fill in the blanks. Exercise B on page number 56. We are going to solve number 1. Air is present dash. So I told you air is present everywhere. Write the answer. Second one, dash air is not good for health. Which air is not good for health? Polluted air. Third one, dash and dash from factories pollute the air. Answers are gases and smoke. Okay, fourth one is dash and dash present in air are useful gases. Which gases are present in air which are useful? Oxygen and nitrogen. Write the answers. You will read about number 3, 4 and 5 in the next week when we will read the half of the chapter. Air occupies space, it has weight and gives shape to things. Just copy all these questions. About number 1 you know very well, and number 2 as well. We know what is polluted air, in which there is dust and smoke and germs, and that is not good for health. About number 3, 4, 5 I will explain in the rest of the chapter. On page number 54, air contains dust particles, we will read in the next week. And page number 55, this is page number 55, keeping the air clean, gases in the air and properties of air. These all things we will read in the next week. For now, you will have to complete your copy work. This is your copy work. First of all, you will make the title page of chapter number 9, air around us. After that, there are question answers. Question number 1, why do we need air? We need air to breathe. I told you we cannot breathe without air. Okay, second one, what is evaporation? Now we know what is the process of evaporation. The process by which water changes into water vapors. What are water vapors? The water in the form of gas is called evaporation. We have to copy these two questions. Okay, look at this. This is chapter number 9, air around us. Unit number 5, air, water and weather. This is the name of the unit. In this unit, we are having 4 chapters. These are chapter numbers. Kindly remember, these are chapter numbers and this is unit number. I did not mention the unit number because you will get confused about that. I am means directly mentioning the chapter numbers, which is also mentioned on the top of chapter. Chapter number 9, air around us. If you open the page where chapter number 9 is, that is page number 53. You see on this page, it's unit number 5, but the chapter number is 9. So kindly follow this, read the chapter, solve exercise and complete your copy work. I hope you understood chapter number 9, air around us. Do complete your work on time. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.